Hey, I'm Doni, the tree lady. We are back. You're listening to Doni Jones Live, where I'm actually looking at the right camera now. No, I'm just kidding.
But if you're on the radio, you
on the radio or on our
the
podcast,
it doesn't really matter. But yeah.
And by the way, check out our podcast. This isn't just a radio show or talk show. Mm-hmm. We are actually on iTunes. We're on Spotify. We're on SoundCloud. Now, we did have a little bit of technical difficulties, so you'll see some of our older shows. But all of our current content, you can actually get on YouTube. And then, obviously, we're on some stations throughout the nation. And continuing
unfortunately,
to grow that.
our podcast, for some reason, and they say you're not supposed to bring up bad news, but it caught COVID.
Yeah, right.
It just caught COVID, and something was wrong, and we just noticed, like, wait a minute, our stuff ain't out there. What don't happen? Yeah. So we're doing some technical.
Up to November. Actually, I think we've got February, some stuff from
January.
We
got some February.
So if you want to go back and check out our show and see what we're about and
complain about us, we would love that. We would love that.
So but we do need you to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Go to YouTube and subscribe. And then obviously check us out on iTunes and carry us with you.
Yes, carry us with you, or even call the radio station that you're listening to us on and just say, you know what, you give us a 2 thumbs up now.
Yeah, give us 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
And then you can also call us directly at 1-888-349-DONI, 1-888-349-DONI.
1-888? Okay. All right.
Is that not right?
I thought it was like 844. I don't know. It's been a minute since I said the number. 1-888-349-DONI, right?
Yeah, now I'm scared, y'all. Okay, whatever's at the bottom of the screen, if you're watching this on YouTube, or any other place that you see it, Donnie.
There's so many numbers in my head right now. I know at the end of it is Donnie.
Yeah.
You know, but no. And you know what's interesting about that is nowadays people are not using phones anymore. Yeah. And I realize that because, you know, with doing ministries and all that kind of stuff, it's like, well, why don't we do a phone call and the prayer line? And you're like, well, you know, millennials, they don't do the phone. Send me a text.
Yeah.
You know, I think you was talking about it the other week about your daughter. You would call her, and she is just
answer a text.
Yeah, she is sitting back and text what you want.
Yeah.
You know, and
I want you to pick the phone up. That's what I want you to do.
Yeah. You know, and it's funny for me. I pretty much do the same thing except for my wife. You know, my wife calls, I'm an answer.
He does it to me. He does it to me.
You know, no, I answer your calls majority of the time. You know, unless I'm praying. I'm saying she'll call me while I'm in the middle of my sermon.
It ain't that much praying in the world, okay?
Yeah, but see, Donnie will wake up and have a thought at 4 a.m. and like, hey,
it's a good idea.
It's a good, And I just, what's up? You know, it's a quicker response. It's, you know, you can think things through like, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, and if you got to think things through, you just don't respond for a minute. You're just like,
Yeah.
But no, so if you, do we have a text number?
We should, yes. We are working on that. By next show, we'll give you our text number.
Okay, yeah. Text or Donnie. We're gonna think that through. But anyway, back to what we were talking about before the break. How do we, or is it a fix in this United States with dealing with the Democrats and the Republicans who are not really fighting for the people? It's just we want to fight to win,
right? And
we want you to lose, you know. And it's not about.
I think the fix is that we've got to vote people in that actually have our best interests at heart. Because everybody's saying they have our best interests. All of them say they do. But here's the thing, though. I do run a company. If I have a company, or say I ran a bigger company, like a large corporation, and they have a board of directors,
right?
Or they have people that run the company. If they got into a room and couldn't make a decision, they would actually be replaced eventually. But that doesn't happen in our government. They get into a room, fight with one another, can't make a decision, and it just keep doing it.
They keep doing it, but they're, like I said, I think this last bill that they're trying to do right now, it is more so, how do we make this president look bad? Yeah. How do we, you know, knock whatever they're trying to push? How do we knock it?
Yeah.
And we say, well, it takes us to vote.
Yeah.
But even when we vote, it's almost like, well, we voted for this Democrat to be in there, but he doesn't have a real voice. It depends on what the Democrats want to do.
Right.
You know, like we just voted, what's his name, Warnock in. Now, Warnock is not going to go up there and ruffle no feathers. Unfortunately, he's going to go up there.
Repeat what you said.
He's not going to go to the Senate and ruffle feathers. If they said that...
but I'm glad you just said that. Because that's what these people run on.
Right.
They run on the fact that they're going to go in, they're going to make changes,
right.
they're going to do this. You're going to finally have somebody in the Senate that
cares about the people.
About you. They get up there, they got the position.
And then it's like, okay, this is your office.
Yeah.
Here's your agenda.
Yeah.
And this is where you stay. Don't ruffle.
Shut up, be quiet.
Because I'm saying, how is it that you have a bill on the table, and 100% of the Democrats vote yes, and 100% of the Republicans vote no?
That's somebody not thinking.
Right.
They're not. They're just.
They're not thinking. It's just what we gonna vote on today.
We'll have a back and forth. There'll be a discussion. There's some stuff we agree on. There's some stuff we don't. But that's because we're talking.
We're talking.
We're trying to really make ourselves heard. There's not going to be 100% of everything I agree with, and there's not going to be 100% everything you agree with. So how is, like you said, how is everything 100% yes or 100% no?
Yeah, because it should be something.
Yeah.
They're not thinking. It's just, what does Pelosi say we're supposed to vote?
Oh.
You know, and unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
Did he just tell the truth?
Unfortunately, that's the way it is, because if you had people in there that was really critically thinking, saying what is best, okay, certain things.
But critical thinking isn't admired, it seems, anymore.
No,
you know,
don't want that.
I think we should. I think this would be a great place to talk about this. We talked about how we were going to bring up this thing with COVID, and I have to be very, very careful because I already put out a post, and y'all Facebook people kind of was like,
they pulled her down, and
here's the thing.
Might be a reason why our stuff stopped going out there. They just said, let's go ahead though, finish. Go ahead.
I'm gonna hurt him.
So
facts, exactly. Fact is, COVID is real.
Yes, it is.
Fact. Fact, it's contagious.
Yes.
Fact, most of the people that are dying from this have some type of underlying health issue. Fact, we should wear masks, and masks are helpful.
Yes.
Fact, we should not be shutting down our country because of this. Because most of what is going on right now is political, and it's money driven. And there are going to be people that are making money off of a pandemic as opposed to really solving the problem, which is telling people to get their life in order, because you can't say that anymore. Telling people to get
that mayor got released.
Tell people to get their health in order.
Well,
tell people, and I know there's sensitive situations where people are medically sensitive, but when you got 70-something% of this country, and I'm a curvy girl, so I'm not speaking out of line here when I say 70% of this country is fat, overweight, and is not healthy.
I agree with that.
And so when you have an unhealthy immune system, you cannot fight the pathogens that come to attack you. But instead of talking about, well, now I'm starting to see more and more people talk about, health and nutrition and stuff like that. You can in a healthy way open this country back up. This is my opinion. This is not reflective views of this.
No, this is not the views of most people. This is only Donnie's view.
Yeah,
the one that was on the plane last week. Yeah, this is
and I'm
only
glad you brought
Donnie's
that up.
view.
I'm glad you brought that up. Okay.
Yeah.
The people that are in the know about this, the people that are educated about this, the people that are making decisions about this, to understand the seriousness of this disease, but also understand how it's transmitted, how lethal it is, and who it's lethal to. You know what they're doing? They're traveling. They're hanging out with their friends.
Yeah,
They're
the ones that
bodies.
have like good health care and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
The ones that can afford to get sick and get better.
Even the ones that can't necessarily, that are not wealthy. It doesn't take wealth.
I'll say this.
It does not take wealth to be healthy.
Well,
it does not.
Wait, time out. That is just like the Republicans saying about the what is it, the minimum wage?
Yeah.
Of saying, you can live off of minimum wage and you should grow up like that and just understand that.
First of all, minimum wage jobs were not, this is where he and I are going to disagree.
Right. So let me finish this out.
Finish this false statement. Go ahead.
Right. So you say eat healthy. In my community, or in most communities,
a banana is 59 cents.
You know,
Bottled water 79 cents to $1.
yeah. Is that all you eat?
No.
Okay, so do you eat like fish and do you eat the protein and stuff? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Some people ain't got that option.
They have tuna.
Yeah, they ain't got that option, but it's easy for you to say, well, just eat a biscuit.
I've been to Wayfield Foods.
Ain't nothing in that. You said Wayfield, ain't nothing in there safe. You walk in there and it stank. It sounds like.
But I'm saying, if that's your grocery store.
Do you think that's a healthy place?
I know people that live in the community that eat healthy. In the community.
Wait, what?
I know people
in this community.
You know what? Why you met?
Okay.
We're not
I just
doing
want to
that
make
right
sure.
now.
In this community.
In the communities that I serve, there are healthy people. I've got a friend of mine
and these are
right
the
now
people that have
had
houses that can afford tree service and tree work and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, they eat healthy.
Not all of my customers are wealthy.
Okay.
In fact, most of my customers are middle.
How many of your clients stay in an apartment?
What?
How many of your clients stay in an apartment?
That's different.
But that's majority of the people in that community.
A lot of my customers, my customers are either homeowners or commercial we're not talking about that.
Right, because you don't see those. I'm saying those, they can eat healthy.
Okay, they live in the same communities where there are apartments.
Right, but they're on the other side of the tracks.
Right now in Lithonia, there's an amazing restaurant called Green Love, which I'm going to have him on my show. And we're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Because he serves the poor communities and the middle class communities, and he provides
you got 5
healthy,
kids.
green.
If you got 5
and that's
kids
another thing.
and you living on.
Why you got 5 kids?
Because I had a different I had a different upbringing that you did. So why are you judging them?
I'm not judging.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
saying in the sense, why you got 5 kids?
I've got 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And I stopped at 2.
Okay.
And it was a choice.
Okay, that was.
If you were over 18 and you got a cell phone, you can choose not to get pregnant. Because all you got to do is Google how do you don't get pregnant. And y'all can hate me if you want to. You can hate me if you want to. My dad raised us in various communities. We were raised in a poor community, and then we went to a middle class community.
Yep.
My dad had 6 girls that was up between him and my mom. And then he had 2 other kids that, as a whole, y'all know my story about my dad. None of his daughters, not one of his daughters had a child outside of wedlock. Not one. And these were poor communities, but it's how we were taught. We were taught you don't do that.
Okay,
you don't do. You don't put yourself in a position where you're gonna have my dad said to me, you do not have sex with a stupid man and get pregnant by a stupid man that can't take care of you and can't take care of himself.
Okay, so that is great.
It has no value for taking care of a family.
So that would be good if they were still young. But now you're dealing with people.
Exactly.
Let's go to commercials. Because we about to get heated on this.
We gonna get heated.
Yeah.
No, because
you're listening to Doni Jones Live with Doni Jones
and Mardy McFly.
Yeah, don't get mad at me.
It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones